Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well today. In today's video, I'm going to share with you just one of those little quirky ways to save a little cash here and there, and that is by saving coin change. So I was just about ready to take my coin change to the bank, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to share this with you. So I started thinking back to when did I even start collecting coin change. Since I can remember, I always saved up change and used it for certain things like just challenges to see how much change I could save up, for vacations and travel, and here recently for debt payoff. So I started to remember back, and I remembered how my uncle, who was married to my Aunt Gwendolyn, resting in peace, my Uncle Steve would save up change in one of those big 5-gallon containers that you get from like the water cooler, and he would save silver change mostly in one of those drums. One of these. Yes. So he would take all of his change. This is a 5-gallon container, and he would save all of his change in one of these silver coins, mostly all the way up to the top. So I remember as a young girl, a lot of the times when I would visit my aunt and uncle, I would go in their closet and see just how much more he had saved from the last time I looked. And I would ask him, "Isn't it about time? Let's go ahead and count it. How much is it?" And he would say, "No, not yet. No, not yet." But it was something I guess that just sparked in me a desire to do the same. Now get this, when this thing was full, he would dump out the coins, get out his coin wrappers, yes, paper coin wrappers, wrap up all that change and take it to the bank. I mean, my goodness. That was a lot of work, but he would amass so much money, and I'll have to see if he still does that today. But I think that's where I first started to get that spark of saving coin change. I don't carry a lot of cash. Normally I'm using my debit card, and I don't carry a lot of cash. In the rare event that I do carry cash, I normally try to promote getting change back. I normally keep with me a lot of pennies. So say I'm at the grocery store and the total is $5.83. And for the coin change, I may have 83 cents, but I will just give them the 3 pennies. So instead of getting 17 cents back, which is 2 pennies, 15 cents and 2 pennies, I will give them 3 pennies and get the 20 cents back and get silver coins back. So in the rare event that I do have cash on me, I'll use cash to promote getting some change back so I can put it in my change jar. Also, if I'm just walking around and I see a penny laying on the ground or a nickel, in rare cases, I'll go ahead and pick it up. If it's not anyone's around me, then I'll just go ahead and pick it up and take it and put it in my coin jar. And this is probably where I get the most change from, and that's from my stepdad. He knows that I like to save change, so he collects his change, and instead of taking it to the bank or using it in its form, he'll ask me, do I have paper cash for the change he has, and then we'll just trade out that way. I'll give him the paper cash, he gives me some coins, and I can put it in my bank. I probably get most of my change from him, so it's a good system we got going. So when I first started out deciding I wanted to save change, like it wasn't a big monumental moment or anything. Like I would just throw change in a jar, get a little piggy bank, put it in a drawer or in a dish. So as you could see, I elevated to a big 5-gallon container. So I was able to find one, like again, from one of those water coolers. And I started to save change in that big old 5-gallon jug. Now I've never filled up to the top of one of these. I mean, I just couldn't imagine how much it is. And I'm sure there are videos out there where people have filled one of these up and they take it to the bank and you can see just how much change they saved. But for me, like I've never filled one of these up. I think probably the most was maybe like to this layer or whatnot. So I didn't really use this as much, or I would use it to a certain point, get ready for a vacation or something, and then go ahead and get the change out. I was walking through Rose's one day and I saw a better container. So this is what I use now. So I found this cute little thing in Rose's. Isn't that cute? It's styled like after the fashion of that big 5-gallon one, but it's just way smaller. I mean, is it maybe 1 gallon? I'm not totally sure. But the feature that I love best about this is this on the top. and that is upside down. So here you can count your coins. Judging by the size of the coin that goes in, it counts and adds up what passes through. So as you're adding coins, it's gonna add it up here on the top. So I love that, right? So this one, along with this little one, look. So this little one here has the same thing on top. And they came together. This one was inside of this one, and it was $6, $6 or $7. So when I saw it, I had to have it. I thought this was really cute. I could put it on my table. It wouldn't be my huge 5-gallon jug. It would just be this cute little one, and I could add change here. I started out putting silver in this one and pennies in that one, but then ultimately over time, I just used this one and I put all my change in that one. Whenever I saw this, I got one for myself, for my sister, went back and got one for my folks. Like, I just thought this was really cute and just a cute little way to save money and to actually know how much you have saved in here. It was time for me to cash in my change. So normally what I do is I will add change as I get it, but I had gotten behind and I hadn't been adding the change. And I think my stepdad gave me maybe 2 batches of coins that I hadn't yet added. Normally what I've decided once I started my debt-free journey, that when I reached $50 in this container, I would take it to the bank. They have a free coin sorter, and I would put the coins in there, get the $50 deposited to my account, and make a payment to whichever debt snowball payment I was making at the time. So I was behind, and so I'm catching up for this video. And what you'll see is me adding coins until I hit $50. And you'll be able to see like all of the other coins that I had left to add. I didn't pass them through. I knew I was heading to the bank, so I just took them along with me to go to the bank. And now let me tell you this. So I'm heading to the bank. Normally I double bag my coins, and this time I didn't. So I'm in the car and I have my coins, and I normally at least put a hand underneath it. I did not. I went to lift up the bag of coins. The bottom splits open, coins everywhere. I mean, I had change everywhere on the floorboard of the car. It went under the seat, and I have one picture that I can show you. I actually took another picture, but I guess I was so flustered, I deleted it. I don't know what happened. It was just so crazy. Like, there's probably change all over that car that I just have no clue and probably will never find, or maybe we'll find when I need it the most, who knows. But change went everywhere. So I got to the bank, and then I had to collect all of the change that was on the floor of the car, and then finally got into the bank. No one was at the sorter. I went to the sorter, and essentially you just use your debit card to open it up for users of that bank, and then you just insert the cash, you push a button, and it goes through. So it goes through and calculates it. Again, I had a video of that. I don't know what happened to it. I just don't know. I think maybe just the change going everywhere just got me off. But it counts up the change along the way, and just the change that I showed you amounted to $71.23. Like, that's pretty substantial in just coin change. I'll insert the slip that then you print out and take to the teller, and on that slip you can see just how much of the coins were pennies, dollar coins, nickels, everything. I think that's really interesting just to see how much of a certain coin you have. All of the coins the machine doesn't recognize. They can be other countries' coins or, you know, different currency. It deposits it into another bin so you can take it out. And that's really interesting to me, just to see how much of another country's currency is floating around in the United States currency. It's pretty cool to see just how many different coins you end up with. And I actually like to collect them. They may not be of very much value, but I just think it's really cool to see another country or another area of the world's currency. Once I got that slip, I took it to the teller. I got about $20 of it to keep with me just for incidentals and things I would need money for. I put the other $51.23 in the bank to make a payment on my SECU account, which is next in my debt snowball. And there you have it. I'm on to racking up another $50 in change in my container. Let me know in the comments, what do you do to save money this way? Do you save coin change? Do you have money put up when you meet a certain goal? Maybe when someone says a swear word or whatever. Let me know of the interesting ways you save money, and for what? How do you use that money once you save it? I know one of you mentioned that you started out collecting change and then moved on to saving all of your $1 bills, all of your $5 bills. Like, that's really cool. Maybe one day I'll graduate as well, not only saving change, but maybe my $1 bills or my $5 bills for vacation or a debt payment, which I won't be having to do for too much longer. So let me know in the comments how you save change, any other money, anything you save outside of your emergency fund. You know I'd really like to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.